Every day starts right here at a desk. A small one, but one that has a huge impact on how we think, study, and get things done. We don't always notice it, but design silently shapes how we perform. And I believe the single most important aspect of design that makes a workspace better is something called cognitive clarity. Now, I learned this in AP psychology, I think about a month ago, but it's when you create an environment that clears the mind so you can focus. And what cognitive clarity basically is, it's the idea that the environment should remove mental friction instead of adding to it. So if my desk is cluttered, for example, I have water bottles here, my light is harsh, and if everything here is competing for my attention, my brain is already overwhelmed before I even started working. But if the design of the space is simple, intentional, and like easy to navigate, my mind would feel lighter and I could focus faster and I could stay in the zone longer and everything would feel way smoother. Now, neuroscience actually backs this up. The part of the brain responsible for concentration, the prefrontal cortex, again, I learned this in AP psychology. It gets tired when it has to deal with unnecessary distractions. Bad lighting actually makes you fatigued. Too much visual cluster makes you slower at processing information. Even the layout of the desk affects how quickly you can shift between tasks. My desk right now is cluttered, but after talking about it and understanding how I'm going to actually perform this, I'm going to clear my desk and focus on what I need to get done. So, the design of a workspace isn't just about aesthetics, it's literally how the brain performs. So, I have a bunch of stuff here at a desk. Cognitive clarity shows up in small but powerful ways. Like, let's say, for example, uh, maybe a clean table. A clean table, you only want essentials on the surface, lighting that's bright enough. Right now, I have my lights dimmed, so clearly, I want my lights powered to the max. Um, and a layout where things are easy for me to reach. Like, let's say I have a water bottle in one corner, my essentials in another, keyboard and mouse right in front of me, and that's how I get things done in this app. And you also want to have one defined space for working. You don't want to be all over the place. You don't want a place where you leave other things and that becomes a distraction for your brain and it slows the way you process things. So, um, when the space around you is clear, your mind becomes clear. You waste less energy switching between tasks. You enter flow faster. You make fewer mistakes as well. So a desk designed with cognitive clarity becomes more than just furniture. It gives you a sense of, um, consciousness, and that too, because you know where your stuff is. And honestly, when my space feels organized and intentional, I usually feel more control of my work, and that also affects my mental capacity. I feel more confident. I feel more organized. It's just these adjectives that make me through my desk or any clean space. So in sum, for me, the most important aspect of design in any place of study is cognitive clarity. It can apply to many things, many things. It transforms a simple desk into a productive workspace. For example, the example I use turns a room into a tool. So the right design for me doesn't just make a space look good. Like, I wouldn't want a space that's cluttered and it would look good on camera. I also want a space that gives me that snap. I can instantly focus. I want it clean. I want it concise. Um, and you want the space around you to support your focus. You want it. You want everything to become easier. So yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to cognitive clarity for me. Thank you.